Hello,
Yeah, nice.
I am person.
Hello, person. Okay, we're live.
Team.
We're live.
Right.
Hey, uh, welcome to session 3 of the Tales of Ethos. And we are going to begin this session with traveling from where we have been about 10 years into the future, where we find our heroes in different places, and we're gonna pick it up from there and see what they're up to. So first off, we're gonna start um, super quick, I think, or maybe not. We're gonna start in Swordbreak, which is a village uh, outside of Daybreak. It is very
Swordbreak.
Swordbreak, exactly. It's a very small fisherman village, a fishing village. Uh, I'm gonna switch scenes so you'll see a image, hopefully.
Was the big town, was it Daybreak or Sunbreak?
The
It's
the
black.
Daybreak is
Daybreak.
the bigger town. It is
Huh?
located close to Swordbreak on the same small patch of land.
Mhm.
And Swordbreak and Daybreak are um in
Mm.
cooperation to maintain each other. Recently, Swordbreak have been subject to people leaving, people moving, abandoned houses, uh, and we actually find our friend Maddie
Mhm.
in this small village. And yeah, what is Maddie doing on a
Well,
regular day?
regular day, she's probably not regularly here. I can still only see a black screen. Is that
Too.
the thing?
I only see a black.
What you should see?
That's fine. I can while you fix it, I can describe. Well, likely we'll
Let
find
me see.
Maddie at this point
Ah,
teaching some people how to perform like basic first aid, maybe how to stitch up a wound and that you actually need to clean it or something like this.
mhm.
Uh, and of course, always backhand trying to sell some vanishing stitching thread or tonics for pain relief, stuff like that. So I assume you'd be meeting up with her in a cottage here and like, you gotta muck off, you want to clean off the grime of the wound, not muck it in there. You daft thing. Så liksom sånt där. Och så,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
there's like two guys kind of huddling over a dead pig or something. And she shows them how to close up a wound properly.
Yeah, these guys who live here are not very educated, you should say.
No, yes, she knows.
Um,
She's well aware.
yeah, exactly.
But
And as you say, they try to clean the wounds with even more dirt. Just like
yes.
get some good uh, snails and stuff in there, just like moving around.
Nej, lad. The snails are gonna make it worse. You need to take the muck out.
Uh, uh, this is what my mother taught me.
Well, is your mother? Well, it's a wonder you're alive then.
Well, yes, I assume. Well, can you help me then?
Yeah, I will show. Look again, and maybe it will work. She shoves him to the side, and then she like does it properly, rinses the wound, and then like knits it up, sews it up proper, and then she takes out her dagger and says, "Now, lad, now you do the same." Or then she does a wide gash in the belly of the pig, so the blood kind of spurts all over.
Okay, okay,
Then
yeah.
she wipes her knife on her apron and sticks it back and says, "Now get to work, and I want to see that clean and spiffy. Otherwise,
So,
you won't get that special prize I promised you."
give me a medicine check to see if you can actually, let's see, lend your expertise to another person. Explain it in a way that they understand.
Sure.
By the way, do you see a screen now, like a image now?
Yeah, now it works.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
I think that should work.
Oh
I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
presume that my
The
adept is.
the fisherman, rugged-looking fellow, just dirt covered and smelling of fish, starts to sew this pig together, and he's constantly looking up at you, like giving glances to like, am I doing it right?
Maddie is really like ignoring him. She's found something else to fiddle with. She's
Oh,
fiddling with some of the fishing tools
left on
and
my own
weights,
then.
looking at them.
Oh.
You'll be fine, lad.
But yeah, he continues to sew down on this pig, and actually does a pretty good job, thanks to your guidance. Um,
Mhm.
you've heard,
Is
you've
he
heard, yeah,
is he done?
yeah, yeah, yeah. He takes some
Then
time, and
then she
then he
turns to him and, all right, lad. So 4 gold pieces for one spool of the magic thread. That's the special price since you did a spiffing
that
job sewing up this here pig.
4 gold pieces.
It will save many of your friends. You
Uh,
know, a lad's got to eat.
you see, he starts to almost begin to sweat down his forehead. He's, that's a lot of gold. I need to talk to my wife before I commit.
You go talk to your wife and see if having a spool of thread to save your children is worth 4 gold pieces. Go talk
Uh,
to your wife, lad.
make a persuasion check.
She'll be okay. Perception. I mean,
Persuasion.
that's not her strong suit. Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, I misheard.
that's fine. That's fine.
Oof.
I need to speak to my wife.
Go
The
ahead,
life of
lad.
my kids, of course. But we also need to eat.
Aye. So do I.
I understand. Thank you.
Ah,
What was
you'll
your
be
name
back.
again?
I'm Maddie.
Maddie.
I'm Maddie Mud Stomper. Now trot off to your wife.
I will. Thank you. And he gets up and brushes off his hands. He's like, now I know how to keep clean, thanks to you. And he mu- brushes his hands on his dirty clothes and spits in them and then rubs them again and walks away from there.
Maddie is too.
So you've heard rumors around Swordbreak that the Lord of Swordbreak, Lord Janos Van Gant, I can write it in the chat.
I will just interpret it. Van Gent.
Van Gant um, has been in the process of recruiting people to head out into the woods to find good timber or lumber to some trees to chop down.
Yeah.
He hasn't quite given an explanation why he needs those trees, but you know that in a moment or two, somebody's gonna come and like try to collect people to head on out into the woods. Um,
Mm.
so with you there, keeping your small business going, a a half elf with white hair, a headband, a headpiece with a small gem in the middle, steps out from one of the larger cottages, and this is the Lord Van Gant.
Mm.
And he starts to parade himself and try to get everyone gathered and collected around him to have a small speech, basically.
Can
Yeah.
can Maddie hear him from where she's
Oh yeah,
situated?
sure, sure.
She lays slow. She's gonna listen, but she doesn't want to make an appearance.
Mm. So he gets up on a small podium and he starts to, dear people of Swordbreak, as you know, the war is coming. Tries to get fear into the people. We need wood to build ships to get us out of here, down to Rexridge, where our friends will take care of us. Please, the finest young men and women, please, just gather up and we'll make a party to head out into the woods to find the very best wood to build boats with.
Right, Mr. Mayor, or Mr. Lord. Maddie has collected her tools and went out. What
Okay.
about this here? Plenty fine timber in these houses here. If anyone seems to believe in, you could find plenty of good wood right
So
where we're at.
he
Oh shit! I made a doo-doo.
it's fine. He looks at you. It's like, young gnome. As you know, our houses are splendid, of course, but as you also can see, time has had its toll. And now, I'm afraid, the wood here is too wet.
Okay.
And
What have you?
you see that the houses are, like, the wood on the houses are about to, like, break. And yeah, in many places of the houses, pieces of the houses have begin to fall off. Not by that much force either.
And I rest my case then.
And it seems
Lord
like
James.
he seems like he's trying to avoid to actually say that the houses here are shit. He's trying to keep it, yeah, trying to be kind to his to the people of Swordbreak. And let's see here. Sorry. So yeah, again, he implores people to step up.
Maddie will have already stepped up.
Yeah.
Pretty much saying, all right, then, if you'll have it that way, I guess I can follow you along.
So you see a group of people, maybe 5 or 6 of you, all gathering around, and one of the gentlemen here, looks to be half-elf, blonde hair, steps up and he says, "I will lead this party, and we will find great victory in the woods." And everyone begins to cheer a bit. He's like, "Great, great." And this
Maddie
is
sneak.
yeah.
Maddie wants to sneak. I want to do a sleight of hand
Okay.
to sneak a small rock into his pocket.
Okay.
A small pebble.
Okay. So give me a sleight of hand. That's good. Let's see. Against his perception. Just gonna give it a roll. Well. So what are you trying to do?
I sneak a pebble into his pocket.
Okay.
A small pebble, just yoink.
Okay. He doesn't notice. From what you can tell.
I need to get to the laundry room.
Okay.
But
We can
I
quickly.
can go to the laundry room in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's
But
fine.
then
So
I'm
we
gonna
can.
need a 10-minute break. So we can maybe wrap up Maddie here,
It's fine. It's fine.
if it's
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah, sure.
But I still have 5 minutes.
It's fine.
Mhm.
So this blonde gentleman, his name is Thomas Fletcher. He is the town butcher, and he steps up to take his place of leadership, and he looks out over the crowd and try to get people to adore him, basically.
Mhm.
So Lord Janos says, "It is decided. Mr.
I guess
Fletcher will escort you, unless someone else." And he looks out into the crowd.
Maddie's
No,
silent.
no takers. All right, Mr. Fletcher, you are in charge. And he, yes, of course, yes.
This is at the point where from Mr. Fletcher's pocket there's a very loud farting noise that can be heard.
Okay,
And then there is a distinct smell of shit
okay,
that kind of emanates
okay.
around Mr. Fletcher.
So Fletcher, in his moment of pride and new burden and pride of leadership, just stares out in the crowd and then he's like, no worries. Must have been. No, nothing happened, everyone. Nothing happened. And let's see him make a charisma. Well, he embarrasses himself. People start laughing, and he's not sure what to do. He's uh, very. Can we go now?
Maddie's already gone. She started packing her bags.
Well,
She's off in the shed.
hold up. All right, come with me. Come with me. And he gathers the other 4 people. And yeah, you start to head off in to the woods, which is
Yay!
the Jade Woods.
Jade Woods.
Yeah,
I'm off to do laundry.
it's fun.
Maddie is walking to the Jade Woods.
It's fun. Let's see. Uh, we are going to.
Beautiful.
We're going to. Do you see the screen picture?
Yep.
Yep, sweet. So we're going to head back into the Jade Woods, where we find again our friends Niefindil and Holimion. It has been about 10, 12 years now. Let's say 12, just because, yeah.
Yep.
12 years since you met your friend Ayesha in the woods, which you spent some time together with this fairy Ayesha, kept her safe during the time she spent in the Jade Woods with you. Before
made
she
her a tiny little wolf cloak.
exactly made her a tiny little wolf cloak, and she yeah, and just as the centaur from the Starfallen clan said, when the next moon hit, or the next full moon hit, the door to this other dimension would open. And you led her through, and since that day you haven't seen or heard anything from her. The tree has remained silent. The woods, the Jade Woods, has sort of started to, almost in a way, started to decay a bit. Every time you walk around, you see new things that you haven't seen before, trees that are beginning to rot, animals moving out, and this Starfallen clan. It has been a couple of years since you last saw them.
Okay.
I don't know. Would Holimion have kept track and returned to the tree where
Yeah.
he sent Ayesha through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time he have passed by it, he have checked on it.
So
likely two times a year, maybe.
So more than a couple of times before the Starfallen clan disappeared, you've seen them there sometimes and spoke to them, and they every time they've seemed very intrigued with this tree, and since then you've talked more to this centaur woman who you've met the first time. Her name is Lalafea. And every time she has expressed her worries that something is in motion. Whatever it is, it probably started with the first time that your friend Ayesha came through the tree.
Yeah.
And the Starfallen clan is not very. They don't know exactly what is going on. But as I said, a couple of years ago, they disappeared from the scene, and you haven't seen them in the woods since.
Yeah. They were nomadic, weren't they?
Yeah, so mostly they traveled through the Jade Woods, but they were also known to travel around other places.
Yeah. Well, as a creature of habit, I guess Holmian would have stayed in his territory, traveling north and south along the eastern part of the Jade Woods. Even though maybe the animals and have started to migrate in other directions.
Yeah. So not all of the animals, but you've definitely seen a decline in the number of animals, or a decrease. Just a quick note also, the tree that Ayesha came from and returned to has been named the Tree of Paths by the Starfallen clan. Just as a placeholder for what they call it, at least. And so what have Holimion and Niefindil been doing?
The regular hunting, surviving. Nothing else. Maybe he have tried to see if he can notice a pattern in the sick trees. Is it the same sort of trees?
So give me a nature check if you would like to. I would say
I would prefer survival.
Okay, yeah, well, do survival then. I would say with advantage, just because you studied it under a long period of time, and this is the culmination of it. So, from what you can tell, over the years, the rot has begun to spread from a point of origin. And it seems like it's not obvious, but during your time spent, it seems like the Tree of Paths has been the origin from the spread. And it hasn't been in a circle of sorts, but it's some parts of the woods it has come further, and some parts it has been holding back a bit. But it seems like
So it has almost formed like tentacles or tendrils out from it.
that's yeah. The
Yeah.
roots, it seems, form patterns in the ground that would very much look like tentacles, and you would only notice it if you were to look for it.
Yeah.
The Tree of Paths, however, has been very much still alive. No rot has befouled it. And yeah.
I have then Holimion have marked the trees that have been affected by the rot, just to be able to estimate how far it spreads during the time of half a year.
So the spreading of this sickness, as I said, in some parts it has gotten further, in some parts it has been slowing down. But in the parts that has been the most aggressive, it has been up to 20 meters every half year.
Okay. What direction is the more aggressive spreading? Is it toward the center of the forest, or?
It has actually been towards the northeast and northbound.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is what Holme have been doing, except the regular stuff, tracking, hunting, just surviving.
I will let you roll a nature check just because, but the DC is gonna be quite high.
Nature or survival?
Nature.
I don't have nature.
Well, you do have nature. You just not good at it. 15. It's good, but not quite. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, exactly. Is there anything else that you would have want to examine or investigate during this time?
No. No.
So we're going to jump to.
Have I seen any animals behaving as they shouldn't? Or have I seen any, what should I say, corrupted or mutated animals, or anything of that sort?
I would say that you've noticed that the animals, the larger animals, that is, are keeping out of this territory.
Okay.
Where the sickness has spread.
Yeah.
And some of them have shown. I mean, you're used to handling animals.
Yeah.
Some of them have shown fear when approached by you, which is not that common. Just because
Yeah.
you live in the woods, you are as much a part of it as they are.
Yeah.
You have it, yeah, but no mutations or anything of that sort.
Okay. Yep.
Right. See, I wanted to jump to Ayesha, but she disappeared. So we're gonna jump back to Swordbreak. But you are actually on your way, marching, Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
And on your way there, this gentleman, which I forgot the name of, sorry, the butcher, he starts to talk a lot of big talk, and is going to prove
Yeah,
himself to Lord Janus.
I didn't put down his name. Hector, was it? Wasn't it? Or something like so. Or Herschel.
Fuck, I can't remember.
It's the butcher, at least.
Yeah, it's a butcher.
I'll put him down as Hector in my notes.
You know what? It wasn't Hector, but he can be called Hector.
His last name was Fletcher.
Fletcher, exactly. Yeah.
Maybe that's sure.
I'm sorry.
I would.
I'm not used to this new thing here. Hector Fletcher is his name now.
I think it was Thomas or Fletcher.
Thomas Fletcher. Yeah, thank you.
Thomas Fletcher. Okay.
The big
I
brains
was
of
completely
Henke.
off.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
His father before him was not a butcher. He was an arrow maker.
And his name was Hector.
Most likely.
No, yeah, and his name was Hector. A Fletcher is a person who makes and sells arrows.
Yeah, exactly. So Thomas Fletcher is in the wrong business, but there's not much else to do.
So it's Maddie, 4 guys, and this Thomas guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And he starts to mouth off.
And he starts to talk about how he's gonna find the very best wood. He knows all about the Jade Woods, and the best way to go in is this way, and we're gonna go 50 minutes deep into, and then turn left, and there we're gonna find a grand tree. And yeah, you're starting to head off, and you are slowly approaching the Jade Woods.
Just checking.
Checking
Okay.
your wisdom.
I'm just checking for how long she'll be able to put up with this bullshit. She's playing along for now.
So yeah, you eventually make your way to the Jade Woods, and he starts to point in directions where you're supposed to go, and you recognize yourself. You've been in this place before. This is where you left the Jade Woods some time ago when you first met this woodling man, and so you know the road traveling into the Jade Woods.
Yeah.
And he starts to talk.
Are we heading in the right direction?
Yeah. So you
are
are
out. Is what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Maddie would probably just tag along. She's fine with it.
Okay.
Like, he's gonna let this fly until she realizes that the guy's actually gonna fuck up.
Okay.
So she's not gonna step in for the sake of it.
So you start to head inside, and you can pick up pieces. He's talking about some kind of ancient tree that's supposed to have been there for thousands of years. And he kind of has a direction, and he thinks that you should go there.
Maddie's gonna tag along.
Yep.
But she's gonna make a mental note of every tree on the way.
Okay.
That would be suitable for woodworking.
So
I don't know if can I
give me a nature check.
nature. I would
or
like
a
to claim
survival.
that it's survival. I mean, I think the shipbuilding would go into her artisan skills, but
Yep.
sure, I will do a nature.
No, but if you want to, you can do a survival as well.
I think. Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean the nature was better.
there are a lot of trees here.
Yeah.
And many of the trees will do fine. But Lord Janus again, he asked for the best.
Or oh yeah.
Or yeah, Lord
Mhm.
Janus van Ghent. We are going to jump over to Ayesha. Let's see. Pop up. Let me know if you don't see any picture.
I see it.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful. Ayesha, you are standing in front of a large mirror. The space in here where you are is reminiscent of a old elven structure with these columns heading off into branches and open space on the sides, letting a small breeze flow through the room. Today is the big day. The day that so many hope to experience.
Not what she wants.
What are you wearing on this special occasion? And how is Ayesha feeling?
She is actually wearing her regular clothes, but she has a nice dress hanging that they want her to change into. But her mother was like, "This is what I wore on my wedding day." And my mother wore it, and my blah 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 blah. Yeah. She just looks at the dress and go like, "This can't be it. I can't do this. This is so wrong."
So you hear a knock on the door. You are in a small room. It's not exactly like the picture here, but you are in a small room, and you hear a knock on the door. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes.
May I come inside? And this is your very good friend Lysandra, who is also a fairy, a friend you've known from your childhood.
Yeah, you can come in, Lysandra.
And she enters the room, and she looks at you, and she's with kind of a sadness in her voice. She says, "You look beautiful. Is that what you're going to wear?"
Well, that's what my mother and all the other ones want me to wear.
Well, it's beautiful. Just be brave.
This is not right.
Well, There's not much else to do, is there?
There gotta be a better way.
You feel this breeze again coming in to the room, sweeping some of the leaves on the ground, on the floor. And the leaves in here where you live is not like the leaves from the world you've spent some time in with this wildling man. The leaves here are colorful, they're almost luminescent. So are the nature surrounding you.
One of the leaves up.
Hmm?
I look at it and I go like, do you remember the time when I got lost?
I was very worried.
There are other places than just here.
And she looks at you and she goes, Are you going to get lost again?
Just for a while.
Well, what shall we tell the others?
Don't really need to tell them anything because you can and I give her a letter.
Okay.
And I say, you can give this to my fourth brother.
Yep.
He will know when it's time to read a letter for the other ones.
So you hand the letter
I give her the letter.
Yeah, you hand the letter to Lysandra, and she looks at you like, well, how long are you gonna be away this time?
Till I know, till I know that this is not the right way.
Your parents will come looking for you.
Well, they didn't find me last time.
Well, that's true.
I will come back when they are ready to listen to what I have to say. What I have to say instead of being this. Instead of them being the stubborn one, when they're open-minded, and can listen fully hearted on me instead.
She gives you a look of sadness, but also understandable during the situation that you find yourself in.
Give her a hug and I whisper in her ear like, to be honest, I'm too young to get married. And why should I get married to him of all the people?
Well,
We are the kind of people that marry for love. This is not love.
well, he's not that bad.
They are bad. Why are they forcing me, the only princess, to create peace with our enemies?
Well, I wish there was another way.
There are other ways. But as I say, I'm too young to get married. I don't want to get married now. And not to him. If I get married to him, they are going to force me to live amongst them in a foreign place with all enemies, no friends.
So Lysandra looks at you with your standing close, and she's asking, like, is there anything I can do?
Yeah, don't keep the door locked, and don't let anyone in for, shall we say, 2 hours? That's all I need. Then I
And she just
run
nods.
to a corner of the room where I've hidden a little bag,
Okay.
and I take off my bag on me, and I go like, I will come back. Oh, and don't forget, it's my fourth brother you're going to give the letter to. Not the first or second or third brother, the fourth one. Not the fifth or the sixth or the seventh. The fourth brother.
Yes,
Okay?
yes. Yeah, I
You
will make
know,
sure. I will make sure.
the one with the freckles, you
Yeah.
know?
Yes, I know.
Not the redhead with no freckles, the redhead with the freckles.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, yes.
Don't confuse him with the fifth brother, because then it's gonna get really messy, and you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
I will do this for you.
That's why you're my best friend.
Yeah. And she gives you a hug again. And when she lets you go, you can see there's tears forming up in her eyes, and she takes the letter, puts it inside her dress, and she turns around and she starts to walk towards the door.
Run up to the window.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
And I stand and I go like, shh.
Hmm.
And then I just fly off.
Okay. So you fly out into the woods.
Making my way downtown to the medical tree.
Let's see. We're gonna jump back to Holimion.
Dun dun dun.
What are you up to at this moment?
What time of year is it?
It is spring.
Yeah. Just like last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it? It was spring. Yeah. I'm traveling north. I have just made my stop at one of my shelters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking on it. Yeah.
So you feel that
Maybe fix.
before you feel that before you leave this place to head further north, you would want to give a final look in at the tree before you head off. The tree of
Yeah.
paths.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm at the shelter closest to the tree.
Hmm?
So I just check on the shelter, maybe fix the roof if it needs. Then I head off towards the tree.
So you start to approach the tree, and you make your way to the tree. And as I described before, like on your way there, you can see the decay becoming more dense as you're approaching the tree. And when you finally approach the tree, you see it in all its splendor. It's still standing, still blooming in all this chaos, it would seem.
Sorry, you cut out for a little while.
Ah.
The tree is still standing.
Yeah, it's still standing, it's still blooming. Although the surrounding area is all but dark and rotten. And you sit down with Niefindil. Niefindil nudges your shoulder and looks over at the tree.
Yeah, I look towards the tree as well.
Yeah. And you spend some time here sitting down and just thinking, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Contemplating.
Yeah. What is going through Holomion's thoughts?
At the moment, it's the tree and the rot. Where is it coming from? It obviously comes from the tree, but trees shouldn't do this. It's not natural. It started with the portal opening,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's at least what the Starfallen clan claims that they think. Yeah.
So something have happened to the tree, or at least the ground around it. Holimion contemplates what could have caused it, and he's clueless.
So at the very same time that you're sitting here contemplating, Maddie and her entourage are heading deeper inside the Jade Woods. Maddie, you come across the woods in a manner that you haven't seen it before. You don't tend to spend a lot of time inside the woods, I would think.
I mean, yeah, she's been there before, but
Yeah.
no.
But you are again deep inside the woods as you've been this past 12 years or 12 years ago.
I assume she's noticing the rot.
Yeah. So as you come deeper inside the woods, you start to notice that even though it's spring and plants, trees, animals should be flourishing, it seems that the woods have started to decay.
So I mean, she's immediately when she starts to notice this, she's gonna start moving like in circles around the party. I guess she does the same thing. Like I think right now, maybe the trolley that she's used to be tugging around, now she can actually just drop it, and it's gonna keep rolling on its own. So she's just gonna drop it, and she's gonna start circling the party and start to take like samples. She'll bring some vials from her trolley and kind of stuff some bark and some flowers, anything really, and just start collecting.
Okay.
As she's kind of moving together with the party.
Okay. Yeah. Just a quick question: do you have your mechanical companion with you?
It is here, yes, but I don't know. Do I need to disclose?
No. It's fine.
I would like to keep it a surprise until
yeah, of course.
Until it's time.
Of course. So when you start to approach this rot, the butcher, Thomas Fletcher, just tells everybody to, we're not going to go into the woods there. It's the trees there are no good. We need to continue moving.
I mean, she's fine with him. She just keeps getting the samples. She ignores him, basically. Staying within, like, she's moving with the group, but she's on the fringes.
So you continue moving deeper and deeper. After a while, you start to recognize yourself again, and you are slowly approaching the campsite where you spent that night 12 years ago, and probably some nights since then. And the water, the small pond here, the water is dirty as it hasn't been before. And I would think that every time you've been here, you would always wondered quite a bit. Where did Holimion go during the nights those years ago?
Do you think she has? I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know.
if she
I don't
cares.
know.
I
Maybe.
don't think she cares.
You
She
don't?
I mean, she's no. He was not really. I mean, Niefindil was interesting to her. Unfortunately, I don't think she remembers. She
She
remembers
remembers Niefindil.
She remembers Niefindil, but I
Okay.
don't think she remembers Holmion.
Ah, okay. Give me a perception check. Ooh, that's good. So when you approach the campsite, on a piece of on a branch, you notice fur that has a small that reminds you of this animal, Niefindil.
Okay. Well, then she tries to get the attention of Thomas. Hey there, Mr. Butcher.
Yeah, what is it?
I think there's mighty fine trees around this here direction.
Into the
It
rot,
might
you
be
mean?
worth
And
it
yeah,
might be in this direction here. Yeah, there is rot, yeah, but there is rot everywhere. You can I mean, I'd trust with that teeny weeny brain of yours. I'd trust my judgment over yours any day.
And as you say, teeny weeny brain of yours, he steps up to you, kind of hovering over you. He's like, "Do you really think that it's a good idea to question my authority when we're out here?"
I didn't question your authority, Master. I'd question your intelligence.
Well, that's... And he starts to think for himself, like, that's equally bad, isn't it?
Nay, as you have proven many times today already, you don't need to be the smartest person in the group to lead.
So he leans in, he's like, oh, so what makes you think we should go this way then? Not trying to let the other ones hear.
I think because she's gonna lie.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's a deception, maybe.
That depends on what you say.
I'll try to overwhelm him with nature lingo.
Okay.
So you see at this here bark veins on the trees and the alignment of the leaves and the foliage in the chakras, and also we have the second moon is coming into the waning phase. That all leads me to believe that the best trees must be in this here direction. This is advanced stuff.
Give me either a persuasion or a deception.
Save, I think. Sure, I'm good.
9. Right. I rolled for him as well. He leans in. Can we... Well, you know what. New plan, everybody. I've found the perfect path. This way.
Very well.
And he points in the direction you pointed for him. And you start to head deeper into where the rot has taken place.
I guess Maddie is looking on the lookout for more pieces, tufts of fur.
Yep.
And she swipes the tufted fur and puts it in a vial.
Yeah. So I would say with the 22 you rolled before, on your way deeper inside, you come across one other piece of it, and you try to, in a non-threatening way, you try to guide Fletcher. So we're going to head back to Ayesha. You have flown out of this small establishment, and you've heading deep into the Feywild.
Mm.
And you are looking for the very same place that you found so many years ago, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you look around, you make sure that nobody sees you leaving this place,
Mm. Mm.
and after a while you find the place. The place was remind me, what did it look like? The place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had a lot of trees.
Yeah.
I think she would have marked a way
Hmm?
to the tree where she went when she found Holimion and Niefindil. So just in case she wanted to get back to her friend.
Hmm.
So
Has she tried this before over the years?
not getting through, but visiting the place when she has had a lot of in her mind,
Hmm.
kind of wanted to go back when things have been tough. But now she has been is determined to. It's time now.
Yeah. So you. Hmm?
She had kind of been scared also because was so young when she were there, so she is like she has toughened up her little by reading old tales and stuff.
Yeah.
To kind of make her to toughen her up and be like, yeah, I can do this. I'm a badass.
Hmm.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
So you find.
uh,
Yeah. Sorry. Go
but
ahead.
she has always gone alone. She has never spoken to anyone where off the tree
Hmm?
where she went. But
Hmm.
she has, when she was little, she said, "I went to a strange place. That's why you didn't find me."
Hmm. So you eventually find your way to the place, uh,
Mm.
and you sit down, um, and how do you do to activate this? Do you remember what you did the last time, the first time?
She puts her hands towards where the opening is,
Hmm?
and she closes her eyes, and she kind of thinking like, "It's time to hide. It's time to get back."
Okay.
And she leans her forehead towards the tree and kind of pushing.
Okay. It's just I'm just gonna you hear the wind whistling to you. And you remember that years ago when you first found yourself in this place, you did sit down and you did do this. This is why I allow
She
translation, because you don't know what we're talking about.
What language is it?
None of your
Can't we say
fucking
that?
beeswax language.
Oh no.
Can't even Google that.
No. Sorry for the hold up. Okay, so describe.
she she starts singing
Mm-hmm.
an old lullaby.
Mm-hmm. So you
Bison Lul.
exactly. She sits down and she starts to sing this old child's lullaby, as you did so many years ago.
A very
And
beautiful one
yeah, of course, of
that
course.
her great grandmother taught her.
Of course.
So yeah.
And
She just sings it and
hmm?
like pushing.
So what happens is that you feel yourself being pulled into uh, the tree that you're holding your hands against,
Mm.
and you quickly enter a void of first is nothing, and then you see stars appear
Mm.
around you, and a blue light, a blue green light in front of you, to where you are slowly traveling. And Holimion, you're overwhelmed again with this feeling that you got 12 years ago, the feeling of home, of safety. And you see the tree begin to give a shine inside it.
Then I get up and I go over to the tree.
Yes. See what? Yeah, you walk over to the tree.
Yeah.
And as you approach, the light emits even stronger. Maddie, from where you are standing, you see deeper inside the woods a light. Even though it's midday, this light seems to shine through parts of the woods. And on this rotten, dark surface, it reflects. And you can see through the trees and on the ground in front of you, leaves and roots are also starting to give a small glittering shine on the very path you're walking and all around you.
I guess she's gonna go, "Aye, lads, it seems like we hit the jackpot here." And she's gonna run over to her trolley and dig out a pair of kind of sunglass goggles
Mm-hmm.
things, a strap on, and she starts. She grabs the trolley and kind of starts jogging towards the light
Right.
to get there faster.
So you start to jog.
Mhm.
Thomas Fletcher sees you take off, and he's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, wait!" And he also starts to try to run alongside you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's not a problem.
And and the party of the other four are also starting to run as they don't want to lose sight of you.
I think this is the time. I don't know. Do I want to ditch them? How many? I have 3 spell slots, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use grease. So
Okay.
just when Maddie notices that the guys are starting to follow,
Uh-huh.
she feels like it's time to ditch these losers. So all out of a sudden, she kind of drops something very shyly, and there is this really sticky grease that is slippery and sticky on the same time, which covers a 10 feet square.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much the entire group, I assume.
So they're
So
gonna have
I
to make
guess,
dexterity saving throws.
yeah, they're gonna have to make the saving throws
Yep.
or fall prone, and it's difficult terrain.
And what is the
And
DC?
15.
A 15. Okay. So I'm just gonna roll 5 d20s, and we'll see how many you manage to trap.
Full 5, yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. That's a 7, 1, 18, 11, 2. So one of them, or probably say 4 of them, run into the grease,
Yes.
and they fall and they crash. They fall prone on the ground, covered in wet leaves and mud and grease, of course. And one
Do
of
I
them.
need to do a deception check or sleight of hand to kind of, because she just drops this little thing.
No, I
She
mean
tries to do it sneakily.
it's just a wave of your hand.
Yeah.
And they are far too busy with running and keeping an eye on you. One of them managed to avoid it, but he stops and he sees you running away, and then he looks over at the group, which have fallen over. I'll say this: give me a stealth check if you would like to.
Can I do stealth or sleight of hand?
I will give you stealth because he's trying to decide if he wants to follow you
Oh, he
or
won't.
yeah. So after you drop the grease, you manage to dodge your way through some trees, and he looks at you, and then he looks at the group, and then he looks back, and then you're gone. And he turns to the group again, and he immediately goes to them and tries to help them instead. So you manage to break free from the group, and you come up to the vision of this tree, and you see, standing in front of it, is this wildling man and Niefindil. And the tree is emitting a bright bluish greenish light.
I think she goes straight up to the tree without taking like Holimion or Niefindil into consideration.
Okay.
And she was like, "Aye, this is some cool shit right here."
Yeah, so
And she tries
Holimion,
to.
you see Maddie approach.
And she has these goggles.
Let's see. I'm gonna make a wisdom roll to
Okay.
see if I remember her.
Okay. Would actually be intelligence to see if you remember.
Okay. Well, no. No. How do I have done this before.
I have done this before.
Yeah, but I can't remember what button to push
You
here.
click the intelligence
Yeah,
thing on your character
Yeah, I
sheet.
think you if you take up your character sheet, you can just push the
Yeah.
int text. Maybe?
What type of ability? Ability.
Just a straight intelligence.
Hmm.
And
That's not good.
I think we're gonna roll one for Niefindil as well. But Niefindil probably remembers. Maybe not. We'll
Yeah,
see.
probably.
We'll see what happens.
Oh shit.
No.
So you see this gnome running up to the tree and just starting to invade your space.
I take a step back.
Yeah.
And grab my spear.
Mhm.
Not pointing it at her,
Mhm.
but holding it in front of me as protection.
Yeah. And
As this little creature,
yeah.
this little creature came from absolutely nowhere
Exactly.
and invaded my personal space.
Exactly. Niefindil takes a defensive position also in front of you, and is kind of looking at this gnomish figure and just giving it a good glare. All the while this hue of radiant light, or fayish light is actually more like it, is emitting from the tree.
I think. Let me check. Yeah, no, I think Maddie. I don't know. Yeah, Maddie brings. She's quickly jitters back to her trolley and just turns around and brings up like some kind of weird device with a spinning thing and her notebook, and she starts going like this.
Okay.
And just completely focused on the light.
Yeah. So, Holimion and Niefindil, are you doing anything? Or just standing there?
I'm still standing by the tree.
Yep.
I growl low and gives Niefindil a glance, so he starts to flank the creature who just entered the small glade.
Okay. So you start to
Giving it
flank on.
a wide berth.
Okay.
But I'm staying by the tree.
Oh, okay. So Niefindil is taking a wide berth, flanking this gnomish figure. As Niefindil is starting to move, you see from the light again appearing this silhouette of a flying creature approaching you. This time a tiny bit larger than before. But both of you see this fairy floating out from the tree. And,
Gee whiskers!
Yeah.
What have we here? Maddie says and just drops her instrument and her notepad on the ground and reaches back for, I think, can she have a what's it called, a bug net?
Yeah, sure.
No.
And then she takes a ready position. This is a big one. And she prepares to make a swipe.
Yeah. So coming out from the tree, you see a fairy dressed in a very traditional dress, and there is
No.
your mother's dress. Or did you change from it?
No, I didn't.
wear
I
it.
didn't.
Oh, okay, so
I
you didn't wear it.
wear
Sorry,
it.
sorry.
I'm wearing the clothes that I have on me, like badass clothes.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
I think as Maddie notices the clothes, she lowers the bug net and goes, "Hey there! Would you mind I take a look at you, gorgeous?"
As Ayesha goes like, wee, goes like, she flies
Don't
forward
be
and
shy
then
now.
back,
Don't be
like
shy now.
really back and up and go like, what the fuck are you?
I'm
Do-
Maddie.
do-
Sorry.
Do I recognize the fairy?
I would say you definitely recognize the fairy. You have
Then
yeah.
I step in between, and I grunt. And I want Niefindil to rush forward and grab the butterfly catching net.
Okay. Okay. So I will say this:
Um,
you recognize the fairy, but there has definitely been some development in the social areas of this before very shy fairy. She seems to have a bit more skin on her nose. But yeah, give me like a athletics check or something like that from Niefindil.
I mean, I want to defend myself.
Yeah, but you can
My bug net.
you can give me like an opposed athletics or a acrobatics if you'd like to.
I want to do acrobatic to jank it out of the way in time.
So Niefindil's athletics versus Maddie's acrobatics.
I rolled for his acrobatics.
Ah, okay. So athletics should it be? It should be.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It's fine.
That's a straight.
This is standard like grappling rules.
What I have, I don't have. There. Athletics.
You should be able to find it. Yeah. Okay.
What was it?
So,
an 8, I think.
An 8, yeah. Niefindil charges. This gnome tries to bite the bug net out of her hands, but Maddie is fast. Maybe I don't know what you do, Maddie, but
I think she yanks it away, and then she goes, "Get out of my way, caveman! There's a unique specimen right behind you." And then she goes like around behind his armpit and like, "Come here, precious. Let us take a look at you."
Precious, you fucking, what the fuck are you? Ew! Don't you dare touch me with that fucking, what the fuck you have? Fuck you!
If you don't want the net, we'll put away the net. You prefer gold?
No.
I tried to push the gnome away.
Okay. Okay, so again, athletics versus either athletics or acrobatics.
I'm rolling.
Holimion on athletics. Yeah. So this time, with Maddie occupied with trying to negotiate with this talking thing, a perfect specimen, Holimion gets his shot in and managed to push away Maddie a bit.
Hey, look here, caveman. You're getting in the way of science.
He's not a
Don't care.
caveman.
Sorry, forest dweller then.
He's not a caveman. He's my. And she goes like, and she just flies because she's behind him. She flies like this, and she looks at you. I think it's my pack. What the fuck do you have on your face? You didn't have that last time.
Beard. Yeah, pack. I look back at the gnome.
Yeah.
And I dig in my my one of my small belt pouches.
Yeah.
And take out the grinding stone.
That you
Hey,
kept with you all these years.
Or
I think it might be gone.
Uh,
The grinding stone might be gone.
Or
because you
it's
paid with
or
a
it's
fish.
just a stone
be-
with no
It could yeah, it's probably there, but it might the enchantment is probably gone.
yeah, of course.
Because you paid with a fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you might have the rock left.
Not the first time, not the last time.
All right.
Yeah, so you bring the rock
foundry
out.
just totally fucked up.
Huh?
It's coming back.
No.
The foundry behaved really strangely, but it's coming back.
Right.
I think Maddie
I
goes
look at
somewhere
the
like, sorry, it seems like there's been a bit of a misunderstanding. So she takes off her goggles and she puts away the bug net and says, let's go about this another way. Hello, guys. My name's Maddie. I'm a scientician. I would love to take a look at you over there, Precious, because you have an anatomy I've never seen before.
No. I'm not. I'm good. I'm really good. I don't know you, Maddie, but I'm really good. And when you say another blah, I don't know what that means, but it sounds bad.
Not bad. There will be some. Might be a piece of food in it for you also.
I have a lot of things that I don't need gold.
But some food, a snack.
I have packed food.
I mean, now Maddie's not gonna let it go. I think
she just flies like here on Holimion, and she goes like, I don't know you. I have not seen you before, but it's something about your voice though. It's really annoying. I remember it. Maybe I have met you?
I would remember if I'd met the likes of you, lass.
Holimion.
Come here and take a look at me. I'm not dangerous. Hello. Sorry.
Yeah, Holimion.
It's cool. Holimion looks between Maddie and Ayesha in both confusion and what might be interpreted as happiness and curiosity.
Right.
And then he says, Night with wolves to Ayesha.
Yes.
He points at himself. Traveled with Maddie.
Oh God! Now I remember you were the rabbi. I remember you. You've grown a mighty fine beard on your face, dear. Congratulations.
Face fur. Beard, yes.
Aye. It would make the smithy master proud back home.
Ayesha sits down on Holomion's shoulder, and she looks at the beard and goes like, I don't like it.
I think
Keeps face warm.
It smells, and then she takes some of her glitter and goes like on the beard, like, it's better.
Oh, what did Holimion do? Did he just wash it out, or?
Yeah, he tried, but
Well, then, because
As,
Maddie's gonna be right there with a vial and catch a few flakes.
working at a school, I know that you can't just brush glitter away.
Glitter is
It's
forever.
impossible.
She leaves Holomion's shoulder and backs off and go like, "Why are you taking my fairy dust?"
Fairy dust. For science, lass. Tis
You-
what makes the world go round.
You don't. And she and she flies really close to your face and you're like, "You don't want to fuck with my fairy dust."
While well, Maddie's gonna go. She's gonna say, "Oh, why is that then?" And then while she's talking and listening to Ayesha, she's looking really, really intensely, like all over her body.
She's like trying to intimidate you.
Okay. Go for it.
I'm going. Let me see if I can intimidate you.
So are you trying to intimidate Maddie?
Maddie.
I'm gonna counter with wisdom on my side. Oh my god.
I heard the trumpets.
Yeah. I got the 24. I beat you.
Yeah, you do. So Maddie, I guess Maddie backs off and says, I'm sorry to aggravate you, lass. I didn't mean no harm. But I'm a professional, see. And it's
Yeah, even if you're a professional, you should not fuck around with fairy dust. If you want to see,
she hands her the vial. Yep, have it back then.
I give it to Holomio and I go like, keep it.
I put it in my pocket.
Mhm.
What's perfernal?
Precious. A professional. I work, I study things, I understand things, and I use my understanding to help people. That's a professional. And it's in exchange for gold. Or fish, as it seems to be sometimes.
So you hear...
Perfernal of forest.
Aye, you're a
As nod
professional, indeed.
seems content as he points at himself.
Aye.
So, Maddie, you hear a voice you recognize scream out inside the woods.
Aye.
Maddie!
You guys might want to go behind the tree. I have a little situation to take care of. Would you stay, please? We have guests.
You're here again. Maddie!
Maddie's going to be really... Yeah.
I know what you did, Maddie. I know what you did. We're coming to find you.
All right here, boys. I found yourself the tree.
You see,
but I don't think it might be very good for timber now.
You see 5 individuals coming out of the thick foliage. And they all stare at Maddie with intent in their eyes and a bit of aggravation. They are covered in dirt. All but one are covered in dirt in their face, and they don't look happy.
Right, boys. Settle down.
So, Holimion and Ayesha, were you hiding?
No.
No? Okay, yeah.
Did Maddie ask us to hide?
Yes.
She told you to go behind the tree. But that's up to you.
Then Holimion would have moved out. He would actually already be on his way when he heard the others call out.
Right.
So I would hide somewhere. Can't I point? Let's see here. Select. No, I can't.
You should be able to like just
Can I draw?
hold down the mouse, the left button on the mouse on a place. Yeah, thank you.
Somewhere there.
Yep.
In Jade Woods.
So Ayesha, are you as well going to hide, or are you just standing with Maddie?
No, she's going to stand there.
Okay.
She's kind of like.
Okay.
And go like, you're not touching this tree.
Maddie's gonna wave for her. It's like, get behind me. They will see you.
And she goes like, no.
Holimion and Niefindil, give us a stealth check, first of all.
Yep.
So when they come out of the forest, they see Maddie and this flying fairy, and this tree that's still a bit luminous. Yeah, it's enough. Their attention is drawn to the tree and specifically this fairy, and there's a Maddie. What are you doing?
Science, lads. Wouldn't worry your little brains about it. Let me handle this.
What is that thing? And they're pointing to the fairy.
It's not inconsequential, lads. Go back and look for a tree.
Well, and he looks up and says, This is the tree. We found it.
This here is a tree. I'll give you that. But I strongly suggest you hold your axes and don't cut it down.
Cutting this tree down.
Holimion is starting to make a move a little bit inwards and circling around them to get the drop on them from the back if things escalate.
Yeah. So none of them have access with them. This is just like a search party to find trees. But the leader, Mr. Fletcher, points at his tree and he's very like intrigued and mesmerized by the very visage of it. He's like, I've heard my father talk about this. I can't believe I found it. Lads, this is the tree.
I guess. Maddie, well, I want to. They don't have any exit with them.
No.
Where are the exits? Are they in town or are they?
Yeah.
So Maddie's gonna.
You're just the first search party to find and evaluate the situation before heading out with a greater number of individuals to shop down.
So Maddie's gonna talk. Excuse me, Master Thomas. Is this the tree that you want?
Well, wouldn't it be great? Don't you agree?
I think for shipbuilding architectural purposes, this tree is too gnarly. You will want a younger tree with a more straight stem. You wouldn't want to disappoint Lord Janus now, would you?
No, you're correct. You're correct. Well,
I'm pretty sure I was actually wrong. Despite you might be smarter than I thought. I very much think that your initial assumption of the direction that we were heading was probably better.
Well, don't. I mean, I always got a feeling with these things, you know.
I'm quite impressed, actually. She says, and she winks her eyes at him.
So they look over at Ayesha and but this thing here is. Do you know this thing?
You fuck face.
It speaks.
She goes,
Yeah, it's pink, you fucktard.
Rude.
got a mouth on that as
Get
well.
away from my tree.
Is this your tree
Fuck
then?
off.
Oh.
This is my tree. Fuck
Well,
off.
Okay.
Maddie's gonna poke her and says, Lass, we are heading in the right direction. Just be quiet.
He pokes me.
Yeah.
Hey! Stop shoving me, you fucktard! I would
I'm
bite
sorry
your
about
finger
the
off.
shove, Lass, but you're not making the situation better. She tries to whisper this to
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Ayesha.
Ayesha whispers back like, if they touch this tree, I will fucking murder everybody.
Our goals are aligned, Lass. Don't make it worse.
I am not making it worse. They are making it worse. They should fuck off.
They're leaving.
Very
They are
murder,
literally
Hogan.
leaving.
I am not seeing them leaving.
Just
So
be
Thomas
patient.
Thomas Fletcher, he's like, so you got the situation under control then, Maddie?
Let me handle this little critter here. We and I will catch up to you guys later down the trail.
Yes, we will be heading back. I think the trees here were no good.
Aye, it's a wise choice.
Yes, I know. And he looks again at this fairy thing, and then they turn and they start to slowly walk back from whence they came.
Wait, Master Thomas. I have this here. I want to make another glowing rock.
Okay.
Which will glow, and vibrate after about 15, 20 minutes or so, or maybe an hour.
Okay.
That's the power that it has.
Yeah.
And then she says, this here is a magical pebble that I made, and it uses the alignment of the stars and the moon. So whenever you get near the tree you need, it's gonna shine and vibrate. So put this in your breast pocket, and you will find the tree that you need to please Lord Janus.
Okay, so give me a persuasion or a deception check.
All right, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see. I'm gonna have him roll as well. What is the bad? Okay. Yeah. He reaches down. What is it? So this will let me know when I found the right tree.
Aye, that's right how it works. It won't give you the exact location, but it will guide you to the general area.
How? Well, it's worth a shot.
Off you trot.
I might not even need it, but just for safety. And he
For safety,
puts it
yeah.
in his pockets. Right.
Yeah. Or are they leaving?
Yeah. So they're starting to head away. Head off.
Now, lass, are you happy now? I am your friend. I mean you no harm. Now let me take a look at you.
You see me. You don't need to look at me more.
I would. Could you at least make a little spin? And
So you can
flap your
see my
wings?
ass?
I want to see how your wings work. How do they stick? Do they stick to your back? In the balls? or they go up above.
You. Ugh.
So I'm just saying.
Have you never seen a fairy
Nej.
before? Well, fairies are born with wings, just like birds.
And I have cut up many a bird through my work, and I seen they look all different on the insides. So let
You
me have a
have-
look.
You have done what? You fucking psychopath! You're not cutting off. Holimion!
I don't need to cut open you.
Holimion! This psychopath is going to cut me open! Holimion! Come here!
I say I wouldn't cut you open. I just want to take a look on the outside of your body to look how it all sticks together.
Can you... Holimion! Come here! Get this
Okay, lass, let's
fairy away from me!
let's do a more qualitative study instead. Would you please settle down? Where are you from?
And I point back at a tree.
And the tree now has begin to be a bit less glowy. The color from it is starting to fade away.
Lass, I understand well enough you came from the tree. Where were you before you were in the tree?
You see that you're obviously lying right now. Like, I was at home.
Most people are at home before they go away.
Yeah.
Do you care to be more specific?
No.
Holimion stumbles out from the woods.
Yep.
Hello,
Look, you're
caveman.
fucking long enough.
Would you, Mr. Forest Professional, would you talk some sense into the lass? Where's she from?
Home.
Yeah.
I think Maddie just turns around towards her cart and brings out like a water skin and has a swag of water, and then she kind of sits at the side of it and moves a little bit.
My home is not for people like you. You don't live in my home.
I'm well aware that I don't live in your home, lass. But are there others like you there?
Yeah.
So why did you leave to come to a place like this?
That's none of your fucking business.
Hey. Can't
You're not
harm
my
to tell.
mom.
So your mom, is she what
No.
made you leave?
No.
Holimion thinks, oh yeah, that's deep
Oh, shit.
emotional scars.
Last, yeah.
No, it's not.
You know,
And
broken family.
You see her, all her body language is like.
You know,
about it.
broken family relations is common also in these parts.
No, I have a great relationship with my family. Why are you?
Did I touch you? I have a tonic for something if you need, to get rid of the bun in the oven. I mean, it's not uncommon for young women to get down with the situation, she says, and she gestures towards her uterus.
And as you say that, Ayesha's mind go like, well, I did eat a breakfast bun this morning, but why would I want to get rid of my breakfast? I don't really. And she goes like,
You know what? lass? You won't even need to ask. I never tried this on a fairy, but I guess the general principle is the same. And she goes down and she hands you a small vial with something and says, drink this before you go to bed this morning, and any extra growth will cease.
I just give it back and go like, I don't have any extra growth, so I don't know. No, I don't want to drink this. You can take it back.
Yeah, sure. You can keep it. I boil this up in a batch every month. It's one of my best wares out in the villages.
He flies up to Holimion and go like, why does he want me to puke up my breakfast bun?
No.
Guess Maddie will take it back. Says, well, you know where it is if you need it, but next time it might cost you.
Mm-hmm.
Why? And she flies up to you and go like, but why do you want me to puke out my breakfast bun? It was my breakfast.
I guess Maddie just bursts out with a kind of a patronizing laughter and says, oh, God bless you, lass. I thought you had worse problems. No, I don't wish that you puke up your breakfast. Sorry, I thought a girl like you would have other issues when it came to family and honor. But maybe your kind is more forgiving than ours.
So as you are standing and talking, you start to notice the tree now that has subsided in the light is almost beginning to be taken over by the rotting. And it seems like the rotting is starting to slowly make its way to the base of the tree and the roots of the tree.
I want to do Arcana.
Give me an Arcana check. So whatever magic is in this tree, it seems like the tree is no longer protected
I protect it.
from what has happened to the woods here.
I think Maddie will also do an Arcana check on this one.
Sweet. Yeah, so the rotting is slowly making its way down into the roots, and the tree slowly, you see some of the leaves from the tree are starting to fall off. And Holimion is familiar with this declination. The tree is on its way to die, slowly but surely.
But this tree have been unaffected this far.
This far.
Right. And the rot that is now happening now is very rapidly.
Not rapidly, but it is enough to notice that things are changing.
Can I do something to protect it?
What would that be? What would you like to try?
I think I'm gonna have to call it for today.
Yeah, because I was just about to say that we're gonna end this session here, and we're gonna pick it up next week. And I'm gonna be better prepared than I was today, because yeah. But GG.
GG.
And we will see what happens next week. And I will say peace out to the streamers. I'ma do outro. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.